You want to figure out how to make more money in less time?
Well, yeah.
We're going to break down the routines that realtors need to have in their calendar. Duplicatable systems bring duplicatable results. And if you're trying to figure out how do you structure your day to not only have the most efficiency, but also enjoy it and make more money in less time, next few minutes, I have a good friend, Amy Izzo. She did a full training on this. We're going to give you the highlights here. We're going to break down on Agent Power in the next few minutes. Okay, check it out.
Today, we're going to talk about the 10 things that need to be in your schedule to be a productive agent. Let's get started. So one of the first things, we have to follow up with our pre-approved buyers. Sometimes what I find is we get our buyers pre-approved and we stop follow-up. So in your time block, every day, you should have a block that says, check in with my pre-approved buyers. So I want 30 minutes in your calendar, in your time block, where you are reaching out to your buyers, reviewing their home searches, reaching out to them, telling them what homes we want to go see, and telling them when we want to go see them. That is your first time block or a time block in your calendar that you need to have. You also need a time block every day where you're calling new leads, at least an hour. I'd love to see you have 2 hours, but at least an hour where you're calling new leads.
But Amy, I don't have any new leads.
Go get some. And if you don't have any new leads and you're like, I don't have money to run new leads, use that time to call your sphere of influence. SOI. Guys, if you have not documented your SOI, it's time to do it. Go make a top 100 list. Who are the people that know, like, and trust you? Yes, your Aunt Betty. Yes, Uncle Bobby. Yes, everybody that knows you. This is your SOI. If they would recognize your name on a piece of paper and not mark you spam, they are SOI. So that should be in your time block as well. Third one is following up with old leads. Now, when I say old leads, I'm not talking about the pre-approved buyers. Those folks aren't leads anymore. A lead is a person that came in, they raised their hand and said, I want to do something. I want to buy, I want to sell, I want to do something. And you converted them to the next step. Following up with old leads are people that you've been reaching out to. Maybe you've made contact, maybe you haven't, but you haven't converted them to a next step. So you need to follow up with these old leads a minimum of 8 to 12 times, and don't stop. I have people in my database I have been following up with for a year, for 2 years. And guess what? Eventually they come through and they do business. So that's your third one. We're going to call our old leads. Yes. Get over the social media challenges. I love you. Get over it. We need to do social media. You need to do video. I'm not even asking you anymore. I've been saying, well, you should do it and you should. No, you need to do it. The more people see your personality, you build a parasocial relationship with them. They think they know you. They see you. They feel comfortable with you. They hear what you know. You guys hear me on this every Wednesday. I hope sometimes I sound like I know what I'm doing, right? So, and some of you will reach out to me from time to time and be like, hey, I got a question. Hey, this thing you said, right? We're building a relationship, even if you've never met me. You can do the same thing with strangers, and social media will help you. Share on social media what's going on. Follow a calendar so you have daily sharing. Email. Y'all, check your email 3 times a day. Wake up and check it. Check it at midday. Check it before the end of the day. Please check your email 3 times a day. Agents, you got to get back to people. Now, you just do. You got to get back to other agents. You've got to get information in timely to your clients. That should be in your time block. 3 times a day, at least, you need to check your email, right? Morning, noon, and night, you're pretty good. It takes me about 15 minutes each time, sometimes only 5 minutes. So I just put a little 15-minute time block for email. CRM. I want you to spend time in your CRM every day. Now, if you're calling your old leads and you're following up on leads, then you're using your CRM at that time. But I want you to do outreach in your CRM too. So I want you to take time in your calendar each day to go, okay, who do I need to outreach to in my CRM? Is there a message I need to send to all of my buyer and sellers, people that own a home that could potentially sell it? Is there information about the market I can send them? Is there a newsletter I can put out? So I want you to spend, just 30 minutes or so of your day thinking about your CRM, looking at it. What's one outreach I could do to my database today? Just one. CMAs. Are you running CMAs every week? A couple times a week? 2 or 3 times a week?
Amy, why would would I do that? How do I run a CMA if no one's asking me for one?
Hey, you know anybody that owns a home? Do you know anybody that owns a home? If you do, wouldn't it be great if you added value to their life by telling them without them asking what the heck their house is worth? Then after you did that, once a month, put them into a process where they got an update. Run CMAs. Right? Tell people that aren't asking you, give them the gift of your talent, right? And tell them what their value of their home is on a regular basis so that A, you have some activity, B, they remember your realtor, C, they use you when they sell their house, and D, they refer you to other people because they get your CMA. It works, you guys. Lender follow-up. Hey, we got some transactions going on. I hope we do. And when we do, let's check in with our lenders. What's going on in the transaction? And the reason you want to check in with your lenders on those transactions. And so right behind that, you can follow up with your client. How many of us get a client under contract and we talk to them a whole lot the first couple of days because they got to get earnest money in and they got to order an inspection and they got a lot of stuff to do, but then we stop calling them. They're not going to close for 30 to 45 days. We need to be reaching out to our buyers through the whole transaction, especially through the quiet time, and your sellers too. Reach out to your sellers the entire time through the transaction to make sure they know you're engaged. They know where you are in the process. You know where they are in the process. Stay engaged. Your buyers and sellers, whether or not they are under contract with you or they're a seller and you're still trying to sell it, it's sitting on the market, they need to hear from you every week. Are you reaching out to your past clients? If you are doing all of the things, you're probably sending holiday cards to them. You're probably sending birthday greetings to them. High five to you if you've done those things, right? But are you calling them? Are you checking on them? Are you saying, hey, how's the house? Do you have them on social media so you can see that, oh, Patricia just planted flowers at the house you sold her, and you want to call her and tell her how beautiful the flowers look, and let her tell you for 5 minutes about how wonderful it is to have this new garden that she has or to do this new landscaping, right? These people are already your raving fan. Now you're going to ask them for referrals. You don't have to on every call, but you want to engage so you're top of mind. People don't live in their email. We do as business people. We're in our emails a lot. The lay person is not always in their email all the time. So past clients need you to check in with them. Follow up with your sellers, right? You have listings, follow up with those sellers, check in with them. Why is the house not selling? I know that's not a fun call to make, but why? Why is the house not selling? Let's review the feedback. What can we do together? Let's strategize together. Pull your seller in as your teammate so that they are on the same team as you. When they don't hear from you, this is when you get the calls that go like this.
What are you doing to sell my house? You're not doing your job. I want to fire you.
This is when you get those calls. So getting with your sellers on a regular basis as well, not just your buyers, but your sellers, to make sure that they stay engaged with you, they stay your raving fan, even when the sale is tough.
Question is, are you going to be able to put this into your own day-to-day skill set? Are you going to be able to figure out how do you work these routines into what you're doing on a... I can't even talk. I get so excited about routines, right? On a regular basis though. And if you like this, by the way, we have just watch this video or check out this one. We have other strategies that you can check out to figure out exactly how to implement these things into your life.